Nature. She's not only our greatest teacher, she's also our greatest healer. In the Northern Hemisphere, at this time of the year, the days grow shorter. We're approaching the shortest day of the year, and that can affect how we feel. So what can we do? Well, nature is your healer. Get out in nature. I'm here now on Weary Old Hill, on the ancient Isle of Avalon, Glastonbury in Somerset. Maybe see the mystical Glastonbury Tor behind me. And here we've got the Glastonbury Thorn, or at least one of the incarnations of the Glastonbury Thorn. And just to connect with this, nature is in itself healing. You let go, you leave behind of most of the distractions of our day-to-day life and become immersed in the immensity of it all. The Glastonbury Thorn, the legend goes that Joseph of Arimathea, Christ's uncle, first came to these shores, and where he stuck his staff into the earth, supposedly on this very site, on this hill, well then the staff grew and it became the Glastonbury Thorn. And it's a special thorn because instead of flowering like most thorn trees do in May, this one flowers around this time of the year. This one, sadly, it's not looking too well. But just to be in the presence of the history, the landscape, it is nurturing, it is nourishing. Now I'm going to take you on a little guide. I'm going to look at some little parts of nature, because we're not designed to be all the time enclosed within a house, within a room. We are a part of nature, and it's just relatively recent in our history that we have relied on the electric light bulb, and we've become very much a creature that's enclosed, and it cuts you off from your life source, your life force, which is nature. So I'm going to show you a few sites here and around. Let me just say thank you for all the new subscribers to the channel. Hope you appreciate the content that I'm putting up. So come with me and we'll have a look at some of the wonders that can be apparent at this time of the year. So how can nature heal? How is it just to be in the presence of nature can have such a soothing effect upon your nervous system? You're able to let go. Why is that? Because there is so much going on, even at this time of the year, when only a few hours of very weak sunshine, but the colours, they are sublime. When you see the sunshine just filtering through the naked branches of the trees, it casts these shadows. It's like some limbic in-between world, and you see colours. You see the colours of the leaves, the trees, from a different perspective. And in that way, you're looking at your life as well from a slightly different perspective, because we break out of our habitual habits and patterns. To let go is in itself a healing process. We drag these things along with us from our past, and they really don't serve you in the here and now. In fact, they veil your perception of the here and now. So just to be in nature, to not just to see the different colours, but there's that connection with your senses. We usually only rely on sight, but if you listen, and even at this time of the year, there are the resident birds that will sing. I heard a robin back there, heard a little wren, and it's not just the sound, there's also a profound stillness at this time of the year. And notice it, especially if it snows. It's in itself, just to listen to the nothingness is soothing. It is healing. And in a world of constant distraction, and it's constant distraction, there's always something to do. There's always something to look at. There's always some screen to watch. And so it is a truly rare thing to be immersed in relative stillness. listen. Hardly anything, a bird singing. And then there's the sense of touch as well. Even though a lot of the foliage, a lot of the plants have died down, there can be a sensory delight in feeling the crispiness of a bracken frond. Just back there was some moss growing on a tree, and I don't know if you've ever just let your fingers massage the moss on a rock or on a tree. There's a feeling that's evoked by that touch. And so all of this is healing. It's healing physically. When we breathe, we're breathing into what this nature around us is giving out. So the trees, the plants giving out oxygen, and it's things that we learnt at school, but it's not about the science. Think about that connection, what they are giving, we receive, what we give out, the carbon dioxide, they receive. And it reminds us all that we are not separate. We're not separate from nature. We are truly a part of nature. Now I'm going to wander a little way over there, and I'm going to sit and share some thoughts and a simple meditation. I'm waiting around really for the murmurations. Hello there. And if I catch a murmuration, I'll put it up onto the video so that you can see. So I'll wander this way. So if you'd like to sit with me for a little while here in nature, and just to give yourself some time to connect. So connecting with the nature around you, but in a way you're also connecting with yourself. It seems that we can spend a lot of our lives avoiding ourselves. So just a moment or two to sit, to reflect, and to be. As I look around me, I see these are the last rays of today's sun, and just bringing the woodland alive. I see the green of the holly, the green from the ivy, and at this darkest time of year you can see that in ancient times when there is the manifestation of life, it also brings about a sense of hope. Even in the darkness there is still life, there are still the birds singing. In this part of the country it's famous for starling murmurations, and I'm going to put a little clip of the murmurations in that I took a while before. Absolutely amazing, magical. There's the scent of the earth, the scent of decay at this time of the year, but I've said it before, there can be a beauty in decay. And there's also the hope that I've seen already. There are some signs that winter won't be with us forever. Nothing ever stays the same, and that can be one of the things that creates stress in our lives. There can be this compulsion to try and keep things the same when, in all reality, it's impossible. Everything is constantly changing, and to be in nature again is a reminder, because nature is constantly changing. The seasons are changing, the weather is changing, nothing stays the same from one day to another. I walk this path maybe once, twice a week, and there is always something new to look at, and that gives that sense of hope. It inspires. So just to sit, just to be, without an intention, without an agenda. I've always got my eye open to look for birds, maybe some other wildlife. But you can't force these things. Just like life, these things simply happen, but when you're present, when you're aware, well then maybe you'll see, and you'll see what is always there, your true self, your true nature. So to be in nature as well, for me, it's a sense of coming home to myself. Well, I thank you for listening to my musings, and if you like the video, please like it or subscribe. I know I've got many new subscribers, and share if you feel somebody will benefit from this. I'm going to take my walk over there now as the sun gradually fades. I thank you.